Okay, now we are live. So, what's been going on today in our wrestling news, Nick?
Oh, a whole lot of everything. Just everything under the sun that can be considered hell.
Yeah, but is it really WWE if it like the whole thing? It's supposedly they sold it to Saudi Arabia. Could I don't really believe that.
Well, at this point, it's a rumor, but honestly,
Yeah,
I don't really believe it either. It's just the fact that we have to wait for like actual confirmation.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm waiting for the actual confirmation from WWE because every wrestling website is just going with this and they're just going nuts, man.
Yeah, and I apologize for that earlier because like I was on a phone call earlier because like I'm at work right now. There was an incident that happened at work. There was a bad incident, and I was just trying to talk to my mom and like my boss and just calm down and everything reassured me everything's okay on that end. And then I get a notification that pops up that says, WWE to Saudi Arabia confirmed. I'm just like WTF. I nearly screamed. And then
Yeah,
like I posted,
I'm just saying, like, I wish it was real, but so far it's like not confirmed 100%.
yeah, if it's real,
It'd
like
be a major calamity, man.
oh yeah, there's gonna be major backlash. I like the major thing that I've been seeing online is that if this is real, the first person out the door is Sami Zayn.
Oh yeah, of course. If this was real, Sammy would be out the door so fast.
Yeah, because he's of Syrian descent.
Yeah, he
And
hasn't been to any of the crown jewels or what was the other one?
uh Super Showdown or something like
Super
that.
Showdown. Yeah. Oh yeah, Trailway makes a good thing though. Like the women would be done, man. Because like if the
Oh yeah.
Saudis took over, the women's division is done.
Yeah. I cannot anticipate anything happening with the women's division. I mean, it's not like it like you and like think about like all the progress that they made. Like even with the women's revolution, even though it kind of like even though it kind of flattened out, it's still a lot of progress from what happened, over a decade and a half ago. And to see it all just go to waste like that, it's just startling. I was kind of holding out on hope that there would be a Evolution 2 pay-per-view because
Hasn't been done since 6 years ago, hasn't it?
yeah, more or less, yes.
Ugh.
But even if that was the case, like just to have a second Revolution or Evolution show, that would be great. But now, I don't know. And also, along with Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens is gone. Uh, you don't expect to see The Rock at WrestleMania. Don't expect John Cena at WrestleMania because the money from Saudi Arabia talks, but Hollywood talks more.
Yeah, yeah, it's Saudi
Uh,
money though. But yeah, we're not saying it's not real. It's like could be a possibility. But imagine, like, I seriously thought Disney or somebody else would buy, it, but Saudi Arabia that just came out of nowhere.
yeah, they came out of nowhere on this, and something else. The reason why I think they came out of nowhere, I think WWE still has a couple of years left on their deal with them.
Yeah, like how many years left do they have? Because the Saudi's been paying them for like a long time now to go there.
I think they have like a good 3 years left. And the thing about that is the Saudi deals made them more money than all of their WrestleManias combined, I believe.
Yeah,
So they're making a whole lot of money just from that. But at the same time, there's going to be a great cost that I don't think WWE that WWE is ready for, not in the short term or the long term.
yeah. And like Trailway said, like Saudi paid 100 million for glorified house shows. Pretty much that's what it is. Their version of a house show, but on a bigger stage.
Yeah. So, say that this deal is true. Who do you anticipate staying and who do you anticipate leaving?
I definitely see Sammy leaving. Because of course Sammy would go because Syrian. Who else would leave? Stephanie McMahon is already gone because she resigned.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly all the women because Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
They don't give women a chance for anything.
Um, I want to say wrestlers who are getting their start in the wrestling business, kind of like the wrestlers on NXT, or at least the male wrestlers on NXT. I could see them staying for the money.
Yeah,
I can see.
I can
Uh,
definitely see the Middle Eastern wrestlers getting bigger pushes, like Jinder Mahal, Veer, Shira, those other guys. I forget their names. Big Veer and Shanky.
I can see that guy who's in a Maximum Male Models, Mansoor, or
Oh,
I don't know
Mansoor,
what
yeah.
he's being called now. I can see him being WWE champion if they want,
Yeah.
which is
Man.Soar, whatever they name him. He's from Saudi Arabia, so he's going to get pushed very to the moon.
yeah,
Imagine that.
he will. I see a lot of wrestlers who can make a quick payday staying, but those who have like a love for the wrestling business and those who have strict morals against like stuff that happens in Saudi Arabia with all the human rights things, I can see a lot of them leaving. Like I could see, and people in their factions too.
Yeah.
So I I want to think AJ Styles might leave because he's been kind of teetering on staying and leaving for a long time now.
Yeah. Wasn't he the one that refused to go to Saudi Arabia, too?
I think I think so. No, that was Brian Danielson when he was there.
Oh, Brian Danielson, but he's in AEW right now, so yeah.
Yeah, I can see AJ.
Oh shit, Jinder Mahal came back tonight and his storyline is getting pushed. Oh shit, that's not good news.
Is that in NXT?
Uh I don't know, Treyway, it's NXT or SmackDown? Most likely SmackDown, right?
Uh,
Jinder
I,
getting a push randomly on NXT, no coincidence. Yeah, man. Damn.
damn.
But
NXT has just been taking L after L recently.
I
Like, not to
stopped
say that the
watching
New
it.
Day stuff is bad because I actually don't mind them being there, but
New
the
Day is
whole
there to like build up the card and like help the young roster.
yeah, that's a good thing. The Mandy Rose situation that blew up in their face big time because
Yeah,
that whole controversy happened, and now she's a millionaire buying a Rolls Royce.
yeah, fan time, whatever the hell she is. Like, there's so much that she's doing there. Hey, Coco.
Yeah, that's like what's it called? Like some sort of like off-brand OnlyFans or whatever it is. But
I
hey,
never
she's a millionaire now.
calling fan time. I never heard of it until that day. I go interesting.
Me
Did
neither.
you did you guys see the reel I posted about Mandy on
Where
Tamron Hall?
where on your Instagram?
It's an Instagram post from the Tamron Hall show. She was on the show
Oh,
talking
okay.
about her being a millionaire and her take on her being released from WWE. I just posted it earlier before the news broke out about WWE. So
I haven't seen it, but I'll check it out.
yeah,
Yeah. It's like, man, he doesn't even need to return to wrestling. She's good for
I
the
don't.
next.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I
she's
don't
set
think
for
she
life.
should. Yeah.
She's set for life.
And the Indian girl left Veer stable. Who was the Indian girl in the Veer stable? What? To focus on the women's division?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't follow NXT like that in order for me to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only show that I've really been able to watch is AEW because I have a subscription to Hulu, and I've watched SmackDown only once, but that was at work. And for whatever reason, like I live on the West Coast, and for whatever reason, I'm not able to catch Raw or SmackDown like at the time it's on air. Like I'm able to only get the highlights.
I have Hulu too, but the thing is, I don't have the live version. You probably have the live version
Yeah, that's probably the.
where you can watch AEW, and I don't watch AEW. Like for some reason, I'm just focusing on the pay per views. If that makes sense. But
Premium live events now, but whatever. Still pay-per-views.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but like
speaking of AEW, I'm gonna be in LA tomorrow. I'm gonna go.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna visit my cousins first because they live out there, and then we're all gonna go to the show.
it's crazy how AEW is expanding now. They want to expand, but I feel like the audience on the West Coast is not as big as as they want it to be
I
compared
think
to their audience to WWE. You know
I
what I
think
mean?
that they need to because like I think like the quote that says like absence makes the heart grow fonder. Like they
Yeah.
haven't been
Yeah.
out here in a minute, and like you see like the shows in like Texas and the shows in Chicago, they're getting kind of stagnant. But like you see like the show in Denver or the show in Seattle or even the show that's happening tomorrow, like you see like how live they have been for shows like that, and
But
it
but you
just
know
proves
that
like
the
there's an
audience,
audience. Yeah, there
yeah,
is an audience here. It may not be as big, but then again, like when you think about it, like do you want more of a quality audience or a quantity audience?
you want both.
Yeah,
Kind of,
ideally
yeah.
you want both, but starting out, it's going to be either one of the two.
But
I'm
you saying that the audiences in the eastern part of the states in Chicago and stuff like that being stagnant, it I feel like yeah, I would love to see them expand to the West Coast.
Hmm.
The farthest that they have in terms of a big audience will be in Las Vegas because of their first pay per view or their first event. And so seeing the new pops and reactions would be great going west, but like yeah,
Yeah, but
I'm still waiting.
I want them. I want the thing is that I want AEW to succeed. I want them to get the audience that they deserve. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I want the western part of the states to give them give them the excitement and the pop that they deserve. And I feel like sometimes the wrestling audience, the community, regardless of regardless of what promotion is there, they don't give it when it's necessary.
yeah. But here's the
The
thing:
wrestling fans can be a fickle bunch.
I was at the Double or Nothing show last year in Las Vegas, and they were giving them a good reaction. But then again, how many times have they run shows in Las Vegas? Like
Not much.
I think, yeah, that's true. But I don't think they were giving them like the proper attention that they deserve because like they've seen their shows. It's kind of like I don't mean to say that it's been stagnant, but it's kind of like overexposure to like a certain part of the country to where they've been like, oh, we've seen this before, or we've seen these type of things before. I think AEW needs to mix up what they're doing and mix up their programming a little bit more so that it doesn't feel like you're seeing the same things on more often. And as for the audience, you move to different cities, you'll have different people to actually see the show, and actually different people that are more excited that you're there, more excited that you're finally coming there. I think a lot of why there's such a big pop for them on the West Coast is because for the longest time they weren't really coming out here. The farthest
Because
that they would
the
go
audience draw
outside
wasn't
of Vegas
the
was
audi- yeah,
Texas.
yeah, because the audience draw wasn't met with the statistics that they wanted, you know? So that's why they were having issues of thinking, should they go westward in terms of having the audience that they have when it comes to Philadelphia or Chicago? You know what I mean? Like, Las Vegas will be their standpoint in terms of having a major pay per view or having a major audience to give them that. But they think that I feel like a lot of promotions, like the way how WWE is when it comes to going to westward, it took them years to even go to the Bay like that for them to have an audience because they think the Bay Area or Northern California doesn't have a lot of people that watch
Yeah,
wrestling.
but then again, what period are you talking about this? Like what decade or time period?
Before they went to WrestleMania and Levi's, before Levi's opened,
What mania was that?
Was that
when was
31?
that 30? It was either 31 or
Yeah,
32.
yeah,
Oh,
Levi 31.
Treadway makes a good point here. AEW only gets full crowds for pay-per-views. The regular shows do not draw at all, which is true. They mostly get on pay-per-views.
But then again, that was also true with WWE as well.
Yeah. And maybe because the promotions in history of wrestling, South and Midwest, as well as the North, probably, the draw is so big, is such a bigger draw there compared to going west.
Yeah, and also like you have crowds that really aren't into the shows; they just show up to show up. Like I can remember like WWE Raw being in Lafayette, Louisiana, and that show was dead.
Oh my God!
That
Was
show
that
was dead.
that was recent? Was that?
Yeah,
soon-
that was like a year ago.
Yes, that was. Oh my God! Was that after a pay-per-view?
Yes.
That was after a pay-per-view.
Which
I
pay-per-view?
remember that.
I remember that. Yeah. Which one
I
was it?
don't know if it was SummerSlam or Money in the Bank, or was it after? It must have been after one of the four.
I don't think it was a major pay-per-view. I think it may have been Backlash.
WrestleMania Backlash?
Yeah. But there was a show.
It was the Monday after. It was the Monday after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
and there
crazy.
was a show in Lafayette, and my family's originally from Louisiana, and I absolutely love it there. Love Cajun country, love all of that, and they know how to be live when they want to be. They'll go to a LSU game and they'll show out, but
Yeah.
for this Raw, the crowd was just dead silent.
Yeah.
It was one of the worst. One
I
of
don't
the
know
worst.
what it was. Like if everybody had like too many daiquiris or whatever it was, or not even daiquiris. What's it called?
Drinks.
Oh. No, there's a certain drink that everybody drinks, but I forgot what it's called right now. But
Treadway is asking why
Iced tea, a Long Island iced tea.
Long Island is iced tea.
No. In the South, it's sweet tea. Because nobody.
But you understand what I'm talking about in terms of that cocktail.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Trailway is asking why are we pretending that AEW is that close to WWE products right now? It's not even close.
We're not saying that.
They have a long way to go in order to get there.
In terms of them being a new promotion and the big draw that they got or whatever, the expectation is that you want them to be as big as WWE. It won't be as big as WWE until like maybe 10, 15 years if they still can continue to do it.
It's got a very long way to go. Like you
if they can get to the audience of what WWE is now within 10, 15 years, then yeah, we can do that. We can start comparing. But unfortunately, because of the fact that it's new and that you see people from every promotion going into AEW, especially the trend of getting fired or laid off from WWE and you go to AEW to do stuff, it becomes a trend with the community. So now we're always going to do the comparison with AEW and WWE. Everyone does it. Everyone has been talking about it.
Yeah. I think the reason why people do that is because although they're a new company and a new promotion, they're like the first one. Like they're like the first major one outside WWE have like this giant TV deal since WCW. So
everybody's is a billionaire. Well, he has his dad's money, so he's using all that money.
Everybody's having these lofty expectations that AEW just can't make right now.
Like, sorry, I meant Tony Khan. I said Nick Khan. I meant Tony Khan.
Oh. Future, certainly. In the future, it would be certainly fair to have those comparisons, but you have to let the company grow and grow through its flaws, and everybody's expecting it to be perfect just because it's a company that just started up back in 2019.
Yeah, by billionaires. They expect it to
mostly by his father's money. Don't forget that.
Regardless if it's his father's, his mother's, a homeless man on the street, it does not matter. The fact that the expectation is high because of the status, people expect AEW to get there. And it's not going to get there until 10 or 15 years if it's still going. If it's still going.
Are hardcore fans that want so badly for this company to reach what WWE is doing. Sure, I like AEW, but it's the hardcore fans that can't see what's going on. Like, it's not going to get there until further down the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, and another thing to go with that is like the tribalism that's been going on for years between the fan bases. You don't see wrestlers going back and forth on which company is better or worse. You see wrestlers enjoying the fact that their friends are employed somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Because
they look happy
it's
too.
not a lot of jobs. It's not a lot of jobs in the wrestling business.
Yeah, and
It's
there's not a
not.
lot of companies to go around. There's only
And it's not
one.
even recognizable as if it's legit money or legit career. You know what I mean?
So for now, if this deal does go through and you don't want to watch AEW, that's completely fine. You can
Yeah,
support your local independent wrestling promotion, which is what you absolutely should do. You'll
there's
see
Yeah.
many
up
other
and
wrestling
coming
promotions out
wrestlers
there
that
too.
are on the rise and they will be on TV before you know it.
Yes.
The cream in the wrestling industry, I believe, is always going to rise to the top.
Yeah,
So
the cream of the
support,
crop.
so support, support your local indie.
Troy say is, can we talk about how AEW is basically falling in the trap of the end of WCW? It's been going like that since day 1 or 2.
Look, you can say that, but what are you really? Can you ask him what exactly does he mean? Like what exact?
Was the old wrestlers and hiring everybody. The only young guy they got is MJF, which is their only homegrown talent. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
we're
it's kind of
not
like
going to talk about
WCW.
how. So we're not going to talk about how Jungle Boy is a tag team champion or was a tag team champion and is younger than him.
Oh, yeah,
We're not going to
Jungle Boy
talk
was a
about.
tag team champion. Yeah.
We're
And
not going
even
to
Sammy
talk about how
Guevara.
Nick
And
Wayne.
even Sammy Guevara. Like, if you're
Yeah,
gonna
but
talk about it.
Yeah, but Sammy's
but
about to be.
still, like, they focus on more the older wrestlers to get the younger stars more. Because, like, Chris
MJF,
Jericho and everybody else, like Matt
When
Hardy.
you nah. It's like
MJF is going to be 27 at the. It's going to be 27 in a couple of months. And it's the biggest draw that company has.
Ooh, MJF?
Yeah.
Yeah, like 2024 is like when his contract runs out.
Also, Nick Wayne was in the crowd last week in Seattle. He's 17, I believe.
Oh, yeah, he's got a futures contract.
Yeah, and he's got
Whatever the hell that means.
He's
it
like
means when he's ready. When he's ready, it's gonna be legit for him to get that first 6 months or first year of the contract or
Yeah,
whatever that is.
depending if AEW is still around, like how can it's like that's what I'm saying. How do you get a futures contract if you don't know if AEW is still going to be around?
They will
It,
be.
de- it depends on the network. It depends on the money. It depends on the draws, and it depends on the ratings. That's all. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And regardless if they lose the was it Sinclair? Is it Sinclair
No, Sinclair was the parent company of Ring of Honor before they were bought.
what I'm thinking?
NBC Discovery?
No, that's not NBC.
Wherever
Turner, as well as I'm guessing Comcast or HBO, because you know how Comcast, Discovery, and HBO, that's what that is. Because of the fact that they had, for some reason, I'm sorry for being on a tangent.
Go ahead.
That distribution deal or combined merger, whatever, between HBO and Discovery fucked up something within Comcast that fucked up something that happened with TNT. And
I'll be right back.
I'm thinking AEW was part of that mishap or whatever, or
Wait, AEW?
something.
Are you talking about WCW when they were?
No. I'm talking about recent. You know how HBO Max was laying off everybody, right? And how they were canceling shows on like constant for the last year.
Like
Comcast, yeah. So
I haven't followed.
Discovery. Okay, I'm sorry. Discovery and
Okay, I'm back.
HBO are merging, and I'm thinking it affected some type of deal, or I could be wrong. Some type of deal where AEW was affected. The Turner network was affected with it as well. That's what I'm
How long
thinking.
ago was this?
This was
Something
last year.
that I did read not too long ago is that Turner
Yeah.
was happy with AEW.
I can't Google.
I think
can't Google.
Turner was actually happy with AEW and was considering extending their deal, but it does matter what that network does say, which does lend the credence, like, will they be around? or will they kind of be like Impact, how they were like several years ago, kind of like limping from network to network, which is
Yeah,
very
some
bad business.
yeah, something with a TV deal, or because of the two major entities with Discovery and HBO merging, right? Because they're laying off all these jobs and stuff like that. And I think Comcast was doing something, and I think AEW got affected by it just a little bit. I could be wrong. I need to Google it and maybe post it
I,
later.
I'm not sure, but I do need to get up on that. I do need to.
Yeah, I think I need to. I might be wrong. I just need. Yeah, I need to Google that after we're done. And I might.
Oh shit, Rick Ross. Who forgot about Rick Ross? Damn, that's
Oh
the.
yeah,
Oh my god, that's
be like,
It's
brutal.
you a big
crazy
motherfucker.
how free range. It's crazy how free range these rappers are. The way how they're acting and whatnot. Like I feel like it's just. I feel like it gets out of hand. I feel
Bro,
like
Rick Ross wouldn't shut the fuck up while he was.
it.
I
But
know.
Well,
see,
Keith
but you
Lee was being
understand
beat
though,
up.
right? He
I
couldn't.
thought he was
Rick
actually gonna
Ross
hit
couldn't
Keith Lee
do
at some
what
point.
Rick Ross did on AEW. He couldn't do it on WWE.
Oh
He could
yeah,
not.
you a big motherfucker.
Technically, hold on. Technically, he could, because remember what happened with LeVar Ball and his kids.
Yeah,
But that's LeVar. That's the Ball family. I'm talking about how.
The Ball family was the most annoying thing on the news at the
But
time.
well, of course, at the time. But I
And right,
don't think the way how Rick Ross was on AEW, the majority of that would not be accepted on WWE.
how he
speaking
was
of
how he
speaking
was
of
acting outside of him saying "big motherfucker." Yeah, I
Oh yeah. It
agree.
wouldn't be on there.
the
Yeah.
nonstop talking while Keith Lee was being beat up by Parker Boudreaux and that other guy
Yes.
that
It
has no
wouldn't
name.
be. It wouldn't be on there like that.
Yeah,
That guy still has no name. It's been 2 weeks.
the tattooed guy.
The tattooed guy, former basketball player. They still haven't given him a name. That's AEW for you. Oh my god.
Well, you got to understand, like they're still adjusting people whether they're are capable of being on TV or not.
No, I
And
actually
they're
agree with that. I actually agree with that. They probably should have got him a name or said something about him instead of him being like
and
the horse.
maybe he's still finding it. You gotta understand. Like I understand his business and shit, but
Wait,
if
fine.
I had a name and I thought it was right, and the executives are like, yeah, this is not good for TV, and I'm still trying to find the shit, then I'd rather go nameless. Then I'd rather see him just go nameless. His
So his whole
his
career he has no name.
but his face alone shows what he can be. You know what I mean? Like
So why don't they just give him something just to nickname him by? Why don't they just call him the Illustrated Man?
It is terrible way of writing Trailway. We're not saying it's not. There's some dumb shit on AEW, especially with the
but you know
Bow
what,
Wow
Nick?
storyline.
The
You
factory.
know what, Nick? I think that if it was that, it would be just about his tattoos being the joke of it.
Yeah, tattoo
And
neck.
I don't think he wants that, regardless if he's into it or not. I don't think he wants it all the time.
Remember the Bow Wow segment that went nowhere?
Yeah, it was just some beef that Bow Wow had with Jade Cargill.
Yeah, Jade Cargill's still champion. It's been forever. And she's still not getting better. She's trying, but she's still not getting better.
I think Athena should have taken the title off of her like a while ago.
I think Nyla should have been champ.
Nyla should have taken the belt. Yeah, I would like to see that.
Nyla should have been champ.
She at
I
least
was
made her storyline with Jade Cargill interesting. Like I
yeah.
really like Nyla. Like Nyla reminds me a whole lot of my aunt. It's funny as hell.
Does
I
she steal the
love
belt?
Nyla. I love Nyla. I feel like Nyla should have more TV time.
Mm-hmm.
I think she could carry it. It's unfortunate that when she was champ, she couldn't carry the way how she could have because it was the start of the COVID pandemic and all that stuff, as well as Sheeta. I feel like Sheeta, as long as she has held that title during the pandemic, it still didn't give her what she should have gotten as a
Yeah,
champ.
Hikaru
Yeah,
Shida, well, holding the title during the pandemic. It's like she tried. She tried.
But you gotta
it's like the consolation prize. It's like, "Oh, you tried, but yeah, at the end we're gonna take this title off of you, give it to the more marketable star, Britt Baker, and you can fuck off to do your program with Serena Deeb. Enjoy that."
Yeah,
But
it's so
now with
stupid, and
Saraya,
it was such a
Oh no, I
disappointment, and
didn't.
I feel bad. I felt bad for her that she had to like not get the pop that Brittany got, that Tony got Thunder Rosa got. You know what I mean? Like,
you should feel even more bad for her now because Saraya straight up dissed her on Dynamite. It's like the world's best wrestler, Tony Storm, and you see the look on Hikaru Shida's face.
The
yeah, I
world's
feel
best
bad.
Tony Storm. I'd be like, "Oh Lord."
Yeah, I'm going
I
like,
will
God
say, here's the
damn.
thing. Here's the thing. I will say this about Jade, because I feel like when I see Jade, it also reminds me of Charlotte Flair in terms of their height and
Oh, they're hype. Oh
weight.
yeah.
So the reason why I'm saying it like that is because of the fact of how, like, Charlotte has good ring awareness, but Jade doesn't, not so much, and
Yeah,
it's because of the fact that her chemistry with the other wrestlers that's in the ring. Everyone is smaller than her. Everyone is obviously, yeah. Everyone is smaller than her. Someone like Nyla was a good ass match. Someone
mm,
like even Ruby, who was more of a veteran, who is a veteran compared to Jade, of course.
yeah,
Her against Ruby was
Ruby,
good.
they didn't do
you got
much with her at all. At
yeah,
all.
you got to think about this. Like Jade is only like 1 year of wrestling experience. She's not the ring general that Charlotte or Ruby is.
She's the
But
Goldberg of
what I'm saying is that
2023.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. What I'm saying is that you got to make it work. And because of the statures that both of them have, the fact that you saw how Charlotte took a bump for Carmella, you saw how Charlotte took a bump for Alexa. Everyone is smaller than Charlotte, yet she took it and made it and persuaded it good. I guess I'm not even wording them right. Sorry, but
Yeah.
she made it good enough for you to watch that match and see them win against her. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Whereas you got people like Red Velvet, Kiera Hogan, who are good in the ring, but for some reason the chemistry is not there when it comes to Jade, and I
Who's
don't
the
know
other?
why.
Who is the other baddie besides Kara Hogan and Red Velvet? I keep
I
forgetting
don't
her
know.
name.
I
It's that
forget.
random girl they had on for quite a couple of weeks.
Layla Gray.
Layla Gray, whatever her name is. Yeah. Uh, can we talk about how bad the camera work still is? AEW been on live air for how long, and their camera work is shitty. Well, yeah.
Didn't they get a new guy?
Well, I will say this: I don't watch AEW weekly for me to even give judgment, so I'm not going to say anymore.
They got the guy who allegedly was supposed to take Kevin Dunn's place. I thought they would have fixed that with him. Like,
Who was
yes,
the guy that was from Kevin Dunn's place?
and also another thing, audio issues.
Yes. Like whenever they're backstage, there's some bullshit going on. Like, what is this? What was that one show where there was like fireworks at the next door?
Was that during the pandemic?
Yeah, that was during pandemic. There was some kind of
I
fireworks thing going on.
It must have.
I do not remember. I think it was like a high school football game or something.
Yeah. Don't compare Jada to Goldberg. She kind of is like Goldberg. She's green as hell.
Oh,
And
she's gonna be better than
she'll be
Goldberg.
better than Goldberg. Goldberg didn't want to
I
learn.
think.
Jada at
I,
least wants to learn.
Goldberg's a piece of shit.
Yeah,
I think
Goldberg didn't want
Jade.
to learn at all. Jada at least wants to learn how to do stuff.
Again, I think
Yeah,
Jade.
they
It just
brought-
has. It has to be about chemistry with the people, and it has to be about just the ring awareness in general. And I feel like it's not there yet,
in,
regardless of her accolades of being undefeated.
in that case, I think they should have put her with wrestlers that are on her level, and then let her level up to fighting better wrestlers and gaining that experience,
So
so that she can be
she
good
just
like she needs to be.
she just had a match with Sky Blue. If that was the
I
case,
forgot about that already. That went
she
by
just
so
she just
fast.
she just had a match with her. If that's the case, right? I
Yeah.
just feel like if we're doing that, I feel like I don't know. I feel like someone like Nyla Rose Chris Statlander. Who else is a bigger one?
He's a big, taller, or just a big name? Athena,
A bigger woman.
bigger
Yes.
woman. Awesome Kong, if they bring her back.
No.
I'm just saying, if they brought back Awesome Kong, that'd be great.
No. Someone that's on the roster right now.
On the
Rose,
roster.
Rose, Statlander, and if you want ring awareness, obviously Ruby, Athena,
Serena
Mercedes,
Deeb.
Serena Deeb. If you're gonna do that, hell, even
Mercedes,
Britt
I forgot she was there. Yeah.
Britt Baker,
Yeah.
Britt Baker, and even hell, if that's okay, if we're gonna do this for Jade, right? If we're really gonna do this for Jade, have her go against Emi Sakura, a
Who?
veteran at
Emi Sakura?
yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
A veteran who knows everything that can easily teach her. Let her go against her. Hell, any of the Joshi wrestlers, Maki Ito.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Even Hikaru.
Yeah.
Any of the Japanese, any Japanese wrestlers, if that's the case. If you really want to train Jade,
except for Riho.
Even with Riho, what are you talking about?
I did not like
Riho is really small though.
I understand that, but she knows ring
awareness. Yeah,
I will. She does, but God, I did not like Riho.
If you're going to do that,
yeah. Trailway Production makes a good point. Imagine if Rhea Ripley went to AEW. Oh my God.
Oh my God, the pin.
Her aesthetic, her aesthetic matches the company. So
it so does. But she's in a good thing with Dominic, which is hilarious. Every time I see him,
I'm sorry, but Dominic is just not. Dominic is not working for me.
Dude.
Dominic is like a little bitch ass. Is funny as hell because he goes like, "I've been in jail. I've seen hard things." He has that teardrop tattoo.
I know how Martha Stewart feels. Dominic looks like the biggest pussy ass cholo I've ever met in my life.
That's the whole point. They're making him look like that. Like they're going to build him up to something. I hope they build him up to something.
I remember growing up and living with cholos for years, and I'm like, dude, I've seen some cholos that were bitches, and they were even worse than you.
Yeah.
All I could just do was laugh and just remember just growing up and be like, them pushing me, and it's like, you a little bitch. I'm like, dude, if I were just to slap the fuck out of you right now,
yeah, him being taken to jail was hilarious. Like, I won't last long in jail. Call Finn. Call Damien.
Like, call Finn. Call Damien. My butthole can't take this abuse.
It's like, Mike, help.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that they'll give the titles, the Raw titles, to Judgment Day?
Probably. It looks like they're going to lose the Judgment Day.
I have a feeling that Usos are going to lose it before WrestleMania.
Yeah.
No, they're going to lose it at WrestleMania.
They're going to do two. They're going to do 2 matches.
2 matches.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's going to be one team's going to win one team's going to be the other. The rubber match is going to be at WrestleMania, and that's
okay. I thought you meant they're going to have 2 matches on night 1 and night 2.
No.
That's what I'm thinking. If I feel like if they're gonna do that, they're gonna have to do that for the Usos. I do feel like with Roman, it's gonna be just one night, and then might have a triple threat or whatever.
No, Usos cannot lose before Mania in the contract. What are you talking about in the contract?
I'd see their bloodline losing their titles at WrestleMania, but I do not see them having 2 tag team matches to do it.
Yeah.
No, okay. If they're doing the 2-night WrestleMania, which is going well for them, if they're doing the 2 nights, I can see the Usos doing both nights, both matches.
Yeah, they're unified titles, so yeah, he makes a good point. Like, defend one title and then the other title the next day.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
The SmackDown one night, Raw titles the other. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
But I am thinking that if they're not going to do the 2-night thing, they might just lose one of the titles before WrestleMania. Because what's the next one after Royal Rumble?
It's the
Elimination Chamber or Crown Jewel if they're going back.
I forget. Usually it's No Way Out, but they replaced it with something else. I don't even know anymore.
When the last time there was No Way Out? Even know
I'm saying no. It's usually replaced with No Way Out, but they haven't done that in years.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when was the last time we had No Way Out?
2008.
2000.
Why are you going back that long?
I'm just saying. No, I'm trying to figure out what fills in between those two.
So usually after Royal Rumble, recently it has been Elimination Chamber. So what I'm saying is that they might lose it either at Royal Rumble, if that's a big if. I don't think so though. They might lose it either on a live event before WrestleMania, like the go home show or whatever, or they'll lose it at Elimination Chamber. But I don't know if the Elimination Chamber is at Saudi Arabia or somewhere in the States.
I think it's always going to stay at the same point that it is planned at for now.
So they're going to do the 2-night thing.
Yeah, they've been doing it. They're planning on doing the 2-night thing again. Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is that they're going to book the Usos for the 2-night thing.
Oh, I don't know, but it would be cool if they did that. I don't know.
I think it would be good booking. It would be good booking, but I don't think Roman, if they're going to do the bloodline shit, I don't think Roman would do 2 nights. I think he would do just 1 night, and I think
Roman
they might
would just do 1 night.
I think with Roman they might do a 3-way, a triple.
He would lose probably the Universal title on one of the pay-per-views, and then defend his WWE title on WrestleMania and still win, and be like a longer time champion.
Who do you think is going to take the title off of Roman?
For the Universal title, it could be anyone. WWE title, I'm not sure.
No. Okay, so the way how the storyline is going right now, people are expecting Sami Zayn, which would be great.
That'd be great to see.
Yes, because of the way how their story is progressing, they will likely want to see Sami Zayn take the title.
Yeah, but and the company to sell the company.
Well, now with the whole of course, with the recent shit, it's not going to happen probably. But they also think that Cody Rhodes coming back might get the title. Yeah. Now, here's the thing. I do not like how they did Cody.
Also,
what were they supposed to do?
No. You know how with Royal Rumble, you're supposed to have surprises, and you're like, holy shit. The anticipation of Cody coming to Royal Rumble was high, but at the same time, I didn't want him to sit down last week and be like giving us an update like, I'm going to return at Royal Rumble. No, give us the pop that we want. You coming out and not you having to sit down before that. I don't want that.
I kind of agree. Like Royal Rumble time, the clock hits 0, and all of a sudden you hear wrestling has only one royal family. Can you imagine?
Did you see Edge doing that on 2020? Did you see
Edge doing up?
Yeah, but here's the thing. Everybody kind of knows that Cody Rhodes is going to be there, so it doesn't matter if he gets a return.
No, but understand what I'm saying is that if we're going to compare like that now, right?
And
Edge being out of the ring for so many years, right? And the anticipation of him coming, it was great. But that pop when he made it on that day was so big. I'm expecting that for Cody too. But because of the fact that he had to sit down at a Raw show to explain his comeback, I felt like that was wrong. It should have his pop should have came when his music dropped, when the number came out, when his time was coming out for Royal Rumble. That should have been the pop. Him sitting down, giving us an update, that was a no-go. I didn't like that.
It's a completely different thing. It was on for 9 years. It was like people were thinking like he would return, but it was something that was like you may think it would happen, but it's something that's not really.
But same with Cody. Same with Cody.
Because everybody's anticipating Cody to return from his injury. Edge's injury was like basically like career ending for 9 years.
But what I'm saying, Nick, is PR time.
Anticipating for him to return.
Well, the thing was Edge, though, we had some rumors that he was maybe going to come back for Royal Rumble, but we didn't know officially.
He's filming. Yeah. He's filming the show right now. What I'm saying is that
it was just rumors at that time. It was just rumors rather than Cody's being more or less of a fact that he'll return.
Yeah,
But Nick, it's the marketing. Is what I'm saying.
You
but
can
they've
You
done
know,
those things
you
before. They
expect,
would want
but
it to make it turn any bigger.
it. Here's the thing. It doesn't. The pop that you would want for certain stars that will come out as a surprise, him sitting down giving us an update diminishes that. I don't want to see him sitting down saying giving us an update. I want him to return at Royal Rumble for the first time, not having him sit down saying that I will return. I want his music to drop, have a big ass pop, and you be thinking, oh, I thought he was gonna come towards WrestleMania or towards after WrestleMania, blah blah blah. I don't want him sitting down saying, yes, I will return. Because then it's like, well, what's the point? You know
Well,
what I mean?
they have done that in the past with other people saying, "Oh, I will return at the Rumble." They have done
I
that
I
plenty
don't
times.
think y'all understand what I'm talking about in terms of PR and marketing. I don't think you understand what I'm talking about.
Marketing, yes, I understand.
Him sitting down, giving us an update, diminishes the pop that should have happened, that should happen when the number drops and him coming up.
I
That's
think
what I'm saying.
he would have ever gotten that pop he does the Royal Rumble. I don't think he would have gotten the pop that you're anticipating that he would.
No, he would have got the pop if he didn't sit down and tell us an update on his injury and if he's going to come back or not. Him sitting down, it fucked up the surprise. Is what I'm saying.
But people knew he was going to be there, though.
Yeah, so I do agree that he would get a pop, but he's not going to get the big pop that you are talking
Because
about.
he sat down and gave us an update.
No, the only way he gets that is if he does win the Royal Rumble.
I don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't think y'all understand what I'm talking about. I don't think. You know how when they do the whole I'm gonna enter the Royal Rumble, we don't want to hear that. Is what I'm saying. Him sitting down
oh,
giving us an
you don't like the idea of people saying that.
yes. So
Okay,
say for instance, if we're in the ring, if we're wrestlers, right, and the promo is that I'm going to say, oh, I'm going to enter the ring. No shit, Sherlock, you are going to enter the Royal Rumble. You know what I mean? You know how compared to the women saying that they're going to enter, everyone is like, well, duh, because there's not a lot of women wrestlers in WWE, right?
yeah.
What I'm saying is that the anticipation of a pop and a surprise, him sitting down just fucked up the surprise for me. Is what I'm saying. What I want as a marketing thing, I want him to not sit down and say I'm going to enter. I want his music to drop, him come out, and then you be like, oh shit, here's Cody. I don't
Mhm.
want him to be like, now that the music is dropping, you're like, oh well, here it is, here's Cody. I don't want that. I want the anticipation. The way
They'll
how
probably do
Naomi
that.
came out, the way how Naomi came back for Royal Rumble, everybody was like, holy shit. The way how Edge came back, regardless of the injury or whatever, that pop, holy shit. Did you see Edge sitting down the week before saying that, oh, or 2 weeks before the pay per view saying that, oh, I'm going to enter? No, you didn't see that. That's what I'm saying about Cody. If Cody is the guy that's going to take the title from Roman, he should have not sat down and gave us an update. His music should pop, him coming out, you getting all excited and hyped, and then him winning will be the shit that you need. That's what you want. Him sitting down and giving us an update fucked up the surprise. That's all I gotta say.
Speaking of
PR wise,
surprise,
marketing wise, it just fucked it up. That's all.
speaking of surprise, you think Matt Cardona is going to be a surprise entrance on the day of?
No,
With the recent Vince McMahon shit, Matt Cardona should
Cardona.
just oh my god, Matt
Call
Cardona
him
should
Zack
just
Ryder. Call him Zack Ryder because you know we're
no
gonna.
no 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 stop. Matt Cardona should just stay in the Indies. That's it.
Mm,
I'd rather see him at fucking. I'd rather see him stay at Impact, or I'd rather see him at New
GCW.
Japan, or I'd rather see him on AEW than WWE. Especially with the recent shit that just happened on WWE, he ain't coming back. He should not come back at all.
Speaking
That's
about
what
the
I
recent shit, you weren't here when me and Nick were talking about it. What do you think of the women's deal when if Saudi Arabia does own the company? Like, what do you think would happen to the women?
nothing.
What do you mean? Like, you know how Saudis deal with women? They don't care.
You saw the matches. You saw the women matches in Saudi Arabia, correct?
Yeah, but that was you're right, but they're not going to get that much love if Saudi takes over.
You're asking me what the women would think. You understand? You saw the matches, the women matches that they had at Saudi Arabia. It's going
Yeah,
to be the same regardless. They
yeah,
don't care. They don't care about the censorship in America. They only care about getting the money, receiving the money, all that stuff, right? When you
yeah.
go
Of
to
course
that
they don't care
country,
about the censorship, like because
when
they have their first
so
women's driver like 4 years ago.
regardless, they don't care what goes on in the states as long as they receive the money. What they
Yeah,
when you go to that country, obviously you see them cover up, so there shouldn't be no issues.
yeah,
Yes, they have human right issues and stuff like that, but it's going to be the same regardless. Like there's no change. There's not going to be any changes.
There is a theory that is going around that if WWE does get bought by Saudi Arabia, the company will go private. Vince will be in creative. It'll be like it was several years ago. Like,
yeah. Like at it before they went public, when they could do anything they wanted.
yeah. So it'll be more or less like that.
For
So it
literally,
did make sense. It did
yeah,
make sense when he threatened the whole no TV deal. It made sense.
So it's a
but
way to go
if
back.
the company owns the WWE, they own the TV rights, don't they? Like, yeah, they would,
No,
right?
no, no, no. Because you're saying that if Saudi Arabia, whatever company, buys out um, the company and saying that, because you remember when he came, the anticipation of him coming back, he was holding out saying that if I don't get my seat as a majority holder,
I will sell
no,
it.
I will sell it. You're not gonna get no TV deals, no sponsorships, nothing. It's gonna be the way how it is gonna be before, and you ain't getting shit. That's what he's
Vince
doing.
played a long con.
It's just like I said before. It's just another boomer holding on to power before
Yeah.
new
Well, it's
age
Vince
take over.
McMahon though. You was like, were you not expecting this? Like that? Yeah, he's gonna be in power until he dies.
I'm tired
Well,
of it.
And
yeah,
I'm
so
we're all
tired.
tired of it, but it's Vince McMahon. Like, yeah, he's either gonna die in the ring or cursing out people in the back in Gorilla.
yeah, so I said earlier that he was gonna go out like Stalin did. Like he was
Yeah.
going to like die and nobody would be there to help him, or have something bad happen and nobody be there to help him.
Hmm. Trailway goes like, if the Saudi Arabia government buys the WWE, they will enforce the rules on all TV, so the content will be censored. Well, I can see that happening because it is the Saudi Arabia government. They would do something like that.
I feel like it would be highly edited for their
Oh, it will
censorship.
be so edited.
They won't. They won't. I feel like
They would edit out every Sami Zayn match, or they'll fire him.
they will limit Sami Zayn. They will
Push
obviously
out
take
the Middle
out.
Eastern
They're
wrestlers.
gonna. No, no, no. Fuck
But you
them.
agree they would limit Sami Zayn or fire him.
Here's the thing. They're gonna limit Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn will walk out. He won't be fired by them. He will
Yeah,
rather walk out.
I agree with that. Sammy will
They
walk.
will, in terms of censorship, they will cut out all the women's content.
Yeah, limit the women. Yeah,
They're gonna do all of that.
make them wear
Uh,
trash bags. I can see them saying that. Hey, no revealing skin. Wear trash bags to the
but
ring.
I don't think. I don't like I said before. I don't think Saudi Arabia is going to fuck up the TV shit here in the states. It's not going to happen. Just to please them, you're going to fuck it up for everybody else that's
Oh, they
making you
would fuck
money.
it up. They don't care. They're rich enough,
No, but then what's the point of buying it?
so they can do whatever they want with it.
That's stupid.
It's Saudi Arabia. Like imagine it. Like I'm saying,
It
Saudi
could be
Arabia.
China and still be stupid.
Yeah. Now if Disney,
Why would you want to fuck it up? Why would you fuck it up for the states though?
I don't know, but
They
so
have
far
no
They
So
have
far,
no
it's been
control in the
rumors
states,
so far.
but they have no control in the states. So
Yeah.
there's no need for that. What I'm saying is that if the power of them controlling the content of WWE, they're going to highly edit the show for like whatever that is displayed in the states or the western part of the world will be highly edited for them for that country or for the Middle Eastern region. They're going to, like I said, they're going to cut the women's matches from their show, from the already produced show. They're going to cut the women's matches. They're going to Sami Zayn obviously is going to walk out, and anybody else that's against the human rights laws in Saudi Arabia, they're not going to be on TV. It's going to be limited.
Yeah.
That's all. They're not going to fuck it up for the states. You want the money? Just let the states have it or the Western world have it. You highly edit the fucking show when it's airing in Saudi Arabia or anywhere else that will receive it, and that's it. Nothing else. They can't control what's here. If they control the Western world, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to y'all right now
Yeah.
if that was the case. So they're not going to do anything here in the states. They can't.
I just wish it was either Disney or some other company that bought it out, or if it is going to be bought out, because it's not 100% approved.
The only two entities right now that are distributing WWE is NBC Universal and Disney,
Yeah.
with their affiliated Fox. So
Yeah, of course. It
so it depends on if Saudi Arabia buys out the company. Whatever TV deals that is going on right now with Fox and NBC will run out. Whatever TV deals that is affiliated in your country, Canada, will run out. And whatever other TV deals that's affiliated to other countries that distributes WWE will run out. And we'll go from there. But they don't want it to they don't want it to run out. They want it to create more money, right? They want it as a generator. So it is what it is on that. And I feel like with Vince being the majority holder, he just wants his money and he wants to hold on to the power that he had. But I feel like if they're going to do that, because they voted him back in,
they had no choice, though. They had no choice.
Yeah. I do feel like someone said, what did we say earlier? I think I saw it in another server that whoever went against Vince when he got pushed out are going to get fired. They already the two that investigated the thing were already resigned, and whoever else was also who was also part of the voting power, they're going to get laid off or whatever.
Yeah, and also half the executives quit today. Yeah. 6 people. Holy shit. So Saudi got money to burn. They will buy WWE so they don't have to complete the crown jewel contract. So
makes sense because they started in 2018, right?
Around there, yeah, 2018.
Yeah. So yeah, because of the fact that it was supposed to be a 10-year deal, and because of the investigation,
10-year deal.
It was a 10-year deal, and because of the fact that the investigation pushed out John Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon, like he's
let's be real here. Let's be real here. Let's be real here. You're happy that John Laurinaitis no longer works for that company.
Yeah, I don't care for him. But what I'm saying is that because of the investigation and the whistleblow, now he's being petty and he's being vindictive and he does not give a fuck.
That's classic Vince. Vince has always been petty like that.
Yeah. And someone said, which was surprising to me, because what I was thinking that the way how the company is holding, because its headquarters is in Connecticut, and Florida is basically a reflection of Connecticut, the way how their laws are. I'm thinking to myself that he's protected in those states. But someone said in order for him to make the money, in order for him to have taxes and whatnot, they go to Delaware, because Delaware Delaware is for some reason the state that everybody goes to privately for them to have the money that they have now. And so I heard that the distribution or whatever the corporation is in Delaware, even though the headquarters is in Connecticut. Like that how he gets his money and how they pay taxes and shit, they go through Delaware for it, which I am very surprised.
Also, the fact that he got WWE to be like, what was it called when the pandemic started? That they were allowed to do shows because they were like, what was it called?
They were considered
Essential, which they
yes,
weren't.
yes, yeah.
That was, yeah. If Vince McMahon can do that, like it's like no wonder he played everybody by doing a power move.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Nick?
Not a damn thing was essential about WWE at that time.
But just like any other sports game, if that was the case, you know what I mean? Like,
so Trailway says that Saudi Arabia must be 90% sure now because almost all the women executives are all leaving. Well, where'd you getting that?
It's the human rights issue with Saudi Arabia because they don't allow women to do a lot of things there.
Yeah, it's like you can't work. It's like they're not first class. They're not citizens. They're like lower than dirt over there.
They're second class.
Second class.
They're not lower than dirt. There are indentured servers there, and women are not lower than that. So
okay,
yeah, don't exaggerate.
I didn't mean that.
Exaggerate. They are second class citizens in terms of how society is there because of the fact that.
What happened to her? She got kicked out?
Oh, damn. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
But
it could also be the fact that Vince McMahon's a fucking massive pervert.
Yeah, that too. Did your connection die? I think her connection died. Hold on. Let me do this again.
Okay.
But yeah, Vince McMahon's always been a pervert. Like hell, he's like practically making out with the women on TV.
Yeah, he's been doing that since ever.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Did your connection drop?
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Nick's talking about how Vince McMahon was being a pervert and how he still is.
Yeah, he was making out like they made a long-running joke on Raw and SmackDown when Vince was on with DX about him making out with girls a third of his age.
Well, it's true.
Yeah. Boy, Wilson.
Like all of this that people are going, what? It's been an open secret for years.
Yeah, everybody knows.
How do you not notice? Vince McMahon is like, yeah, some people are surprised. Like, really? You didn't notice?
Like, do you think Linda would really put up with this shit if she didn't know?
Linda don't care. She's in a
Linda don't give it. Yeah,
Linda don't obviously give. Linda don't care. Linda she's dead inside. She's totally dead inside.
So here's the thing: because StreamYard is heating up my phone, I can't chat anymore.
Okay. Well, we're almost done anyway.
My phone's fine. I'm on my phone. Like, what do you have?
I have X Galaxy.
I just bought my iPhone like a couple of months ago.
Yeah, but I'm also on Chrome, and it's overheating for the first time, which is crazy.
So, any final thoughts, Coco, before we end this?
I'm scared. I'm afraid that what has been going on since SummerSlam is all going to revert back to people being jobbers and people not getting the opportunity that they should be, and a lot of budget cuts. And even with Mandy Rose's recent release, I'm expecting a lot of people releasing. So that's all. Yeah. Bye.
All right, take care.
We had a good time while it lasted.
Yeah, 5 months, wasn't it, since Vince McMahon was gone?
Something like that, yeah.
5 to 6 months. Triple H bringing back everyone he fired. It was a good run, is what I gotta say. If it is true, with Saudi Arabia buying WWE, It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any final thoughts before we end?
You know, I'm just hoping that it's not going to Saudi Arabia. Like, it's all just rumors and conjecture at this point. I'm
Yeah,
hoping that it goes to Disney, and yeah, fuck Vince McMahon. I'll see
Disney
everybody at
or any
AEW
company.
tomorrow night.
Yeah, Disney or any company for that matter.
Yeah, and also, you know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I did this. I found Adam Sandler's my girlfriend's favorite actor, and I found like his like thing on the Walk of Fame the last time I went to Los Angeles a couple of years ago. I'm gonna find Vince McMahon's, and I'm gonna do the same thing that Max Caster did. I'm just gonna take a picture of me flipping off the star.
That's pretty awesome, though.
Yeah, but I'm gonna get. I got like 30 minutes left to work. I'm gonna go get some sleep.
Jesus, you're working while you were doing this?
Oh yeah, I've been at work this whole time.
Oh, damn. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
just
get to
been
work
looking
then.
at like I've just been looking at like computer monitors and like stuff.
Oh, okay. Anyways,
Yeah,
have a good one. And I'm going to end this right now. Take care, everyone.
All right. Have
See
a
what
good night.
happens. All right. Take care. Bye.
Bye.